Look at those grays. Look at those grays. Yeah. I don't know. Is it stress? So, yeah. You wanted to talk, huh? You want some action? Not sure what kind of action you want, but. So, let me just give you a little bit of my background. COVID's still going on. I work in the health field. And the investors have lost a lot of money because I haven't been able to move anybody in. So, my time there is spent on trying to get the investors back their money. So you can imagine that stress. Okay, yeah. Now we add in my son is learning how to drive, which he does all right. It's a few little things we have to work on. I'm thinking like the normal test, but unfortunately the DMV has different rules. And now I gotta do my homework and learn the protocols for the DMV so then I can teach my son exactly what the DMV is looking for, because my nephew, who is a couple months behind my son, was just finishing his driver's ed training and they weren't even going to let him get his permit till September. So my mom and my sister, we had to put up a bunch of computers, like 2 computers, to try to go in at the same time just to try to get a slot. Like, it's like for their permit. My son has had his permit since February. So he was lucky he got it right before this COVID thing started. So now it's a whole different scenario. And everyone hates going to the DMV anyways. So I've been working with my son because he has to do 50 hours of driving. So we've been trying to do that every day as well. Okay. So let's add that in. Mind you, I may not get out of work till 6 or 7 o'clock at night. Okay. So next, I get a bang on my door Monday morning at 4:45 a.m. 2 police officers brought my son home in a cruiser. Now, you can just imagine, I'm dead asleep, and I have to get woken up to the fact that my son left the house and came home in a cruiser. And so now I'm a little pissed off. Not only that, I'm hungover because I drank the day before because it was a holiday weekend. And I got woken up by a very loud officer. He was like a short man. It's like, dude, don't yell at me. Don't yell at me. And like, I'm standing up against my door, my eyes are closed, and I'm like, I'm listening to you, but my eyes are closed right now. Like, because I hear what you're saying, because you're yelling at me, but there's no need for you to yell at me. Now, the other officer is walking around, looking in the cars, which, by the way, I had some loyals in there, looking around the yard, checking out what's in my recyclables. I'm like, what are you looking for? Are you really here to bring my son home, or are you looking for me? Now you start asking me my name, my number, who my husband is, who my son's father is. Like, you don't already have that shit already in your system? Please. All 3 names I give you will be in that system. I'm respectable. I told him, I said, guys, it's 4:45 in the morning. I gotta go to work, and I work in assisted living. Do you know how hard that is? I was like, just a couple months ago, you were calling us heroes. I was like, so I appreciate you for bringing my son home. You told me you got the wrong perp. That's what he used, the word perp. He said, I got the wrong perp. because your son fit the description of the kid we were looking for. I was like, okay. Well, have a nice day, officers. That was Monday. And then I went to work. Okay, it's a normal day. Next. Get a call, Mom. I'm in the hospital. What the fuck? I can't go in the hospital. They're not allowing people in the hospital. Like, these are normal daily activities of Sheri. Yes, my daughter is okay, and they released her from the hospital. Yes, my son is kind of a little traumatized about his situation. I don't blame him. So he doesn't trust the cops. Well, my son's white. I think it's sad because, when you're in assisted living, you have to call the cops for certain things, and you work side by side with them. But then when you're out of work, they look at you like, I don't care, like, your son's the perp. Okay, well, what was my son doing? Well, he wasn't doing anything. And my son also showed him his 360, like, he's got a map, like, his phone is tracked, and it showed exactly where he went. But anyways, I had to deal with that. Then I have to deal with, I'm working on my business, so that's at the forefront of trying to market that. I get a call from my brother-in-law. He's like, oh, I need this information, that information. Your shit's the hottest stuff out there right now. And I'm like, oh, that's cool, that's awesome, that's everything. And then I'm working with 2 other local new businesses, and I'm trying to collab with them. So I'm learning about collaborations and trying to figure that out. But again, I want to have a firm foundation. I don't just want to jump into all these collaborations without understanding all the detail and the information, Is that the kind of action you want? The schoolwork, the process, building blocks. You right, bub? I said, are you all right? Okay, all right. Then I have this friend. Oh my God, he totally drives me crazy. Completely drives me crazy. Aggravated is what you could say. I am aggravated. I am aggravated because I know what you're doing. I know exactly what you're doing. And you're smiling right now as you're watching this video because you're like, I know it's working. I know it's working because you're the type of person who gets what he wants. No shame in the game. If you want something, you go after it. But, I'm just gonna do things my way, You can't forget about free will. Every individual has free will. We're free to do what we want. There's more things that I could say, but I'm trying not to be rude or come off mean. I'm trying to be diligent. Mr. Persistent. So yeah, I have no problem getting together. I have no problem trying to discuss collaborations, but I don't want to be undermined either. So, possibly I'll take that step forward, but I need more concrete information. So if you can give me some more concrete information that I can look through and examine, then I might have some more questions for you. So I hope that's the action you were looking for.